Good morning and welcome to the channel. We're headed up to the cottage today to help the plumber do his roughing for all the pipes and everything that will go underneath the concrete slab. So it should be fairly simple. There's not that much we have to do. A few supply lines, a few drains, pretty basic stuff in a rectangular form. So it should be pretty straightforward. I just got a text from the plumber that he got stuck in the driveway. So I'm about 30 minutes away from him. We'll grab him some coffee on the way and boost the mood. It's a bit wet and rainy, so it'll be a dirty day, but we'll get there. So see you in a second. There's their truck. They got right stuck. Okay, we are walking up the laneway right now because it's impassable with all this mud. There's not that much actually, but it's quite greasy and slick. So the couple inches on top make it bad enough where we can't drive up it. Forgot the rubber boots. We made it to the top of the laneway. Here is the formwork that they were able to complete a few days ago. They laid their gravel on top of the crushed stone. So we're at the proper height and everything right now. You can tell it's a little deeper here. That's around the perimeter. It'll be an extra, I think, 8 inches thick on top of the 6-inch slab. So that's just the bearing point for the walls and everything is a little more reinforced. Again, this is the entryway here. In this corner will be the kitchen. In this corner, the bathroom. And then in the middle, between the two corners, will be the utility room. And in the far corner will be a bedroom. So really for plumbing, all we need to do is run some pipe to this side for the kitchen sink. There'll be a hot, cold, and drain. So 2 supplies and a drain. And then this will be a bathroom, so we'll need supplies, a drain for the sink and a drain supply for the shower. To give you a bit of a better idea of what's going on, here's the floor plan. You can see the kitchen's here, bathroom, utility room, bedroom, open living space in this far left corner. What the plumber will have to do is run his drain and his supply lines to the kitchen cabinet rather. He has a 36-inch wide cabinet to deal with, so he has a lot of wiggle room to get his stuff set into the gravel. For the bathroom, he'll run his supply and drain to the shower as well, and that's pretty straightforward. For the vanity, we're doing an open shelving vanity, so we're going to try and run the plumbing through the exterior wall rather than up through the concrete, because you would see the pipes and the supply lines if we were to do that. So we'll try and feed it up through the wall. If we can't, we'll go into the mechanical room and run it up through the pad, and then later on run it through the walls accordingly. That'd be probably an easier way to do it for the day, and then just run it accordingly when everything's in place. So that's the plan. There's a few altercations to this, like there's no island here where these 2 windows are. There'll be 2 patio doors. So there's a few altercations we're going to make down the road, but that's okay. This is the game plan for all the mechanical stuff anyways, the electrical and the plumbing. It's begun to rain, so I won't have the camera out for too long here, but we've begun trenching. It's kind of hard to pick up on the camera, but you can see we go 16 inches down there. The toilet will be right there. The shower will be right here. We'll continue the drain on to the kitchen sink. So we'll bury our plumbing in the gravel, and then we pour our concrete on top of that. It is raining, so I'm not sure how much I'll be able to show, but we'll try and get a few shots here. The one thing I have to remember is that we do need a bit of a slope for our water to drain off. I think it's a 1/4 inch every foot, approximately. So there's no reason for me to dig 12 inches down the whole way. I'll start from 12 inches and slowly taper up as towards the end of our plumbing fixtures. know when you get a job and you complain about it, and then your boss or your trainer is like, sure beats digging ditches. Well, he's right. Give you a look now. So this is pretty much our outline for our drain here. It'll run to the toilet, to the shower, up all the way 45 at this point, and go towards our kitchen sink, which will be here.
Where's your reamer and the box?
Where's your reamer, bud? Okay, we have most of our drains run in. Gonna get a bit of a better idea of what's happening. Got a clean out. This is the utility room right here I'm standing in. So clean out, drain, main stack, I believe. Then we got our toilet drain here in this corner, vanity drain, shower drain, and then this will be running up towards our kitchen sink drain. So we got to bring this up, or over and up, and then we'll run all our supply lines. We're looking in pretty good shape. It took a little bit longer than we would have liked, just with, we had to run out to the shop to get an extra part to rejig some things with limited supplies that we do have. But yeah, all our drains are in. We have maybe another hour and a half to go. And it's finally not raining. We are done for the day. We were able to finish up. A little more work than anticipated, just with having to run and get different parts, but that's okay. Basically, to give you a bit of a rundown, again, the bathroom here, toilet drain, toilet supply, vanity drain, vanity supply, and then again in the bathroom we have the shower supply, shower drain, and then right across from the bathroom is our mechanical room, where we have main stack here, clean out there, and floor drain there. And then this is just a primer we put in just in case we have an extra whatever that makes moisture down the road. This is our big O here that comes up in the mechanical room as well, and it will be used to pull the water lines through from the well. The well will be over there somewhere. And our kitchen supply and drain. Okay, that does it for today. The rain held off long enough so it wasn't too crazy and muddy. We laid all our drains and supplies underneath the gravel. The next step will be the insulation and the wire mesh rebar. And then after that's all installed, the concrete guys can come in and pour all the concrete for the pad. So there'll be, I think it's a 6-inch pad on top of here, concrete pad, and then around the perimeter of the whole building there'll be, I think it's 18-inch in total. I can't quite remember, because that's where all the structural load will be, is on the perimeter walls. So we're looking pretty good, and soon it'll be time to start building. Okay, thanks for watching, and see you in the next. Okay, that does it for today. We've got our plumbing in. Hello? Good, how are you? No, I do not. That's another specialty. Sorry. Okay, take care. Bye. I don't do